Can you hear me okay, Saimati?
Yes.
Okay, I'm ready when you want to start recording.
Yeah, just
Okay, this one running. Itekaaf, Thursday presentation by me. So before we start, I'm gonna do a donut giveaway, inshallah. Obviously, when you're done fasting, so pay attention to the presentation. I'm gonna ask a question about the presentation at the end, and if you get it right, I will email you or your mom free Tim Hortons donut. So yeah, so just pay attention, and inshallah, maybe you'll get it. Okay. So, what is itikaf? So, itikaf is when you seclude yourself in the masjid, or for women, in a private place of your home. And usually, people do this during the last 10 days of Ramadan to worship Allah to the fullest with only bare necessities like food for sahur, sari, or iftar. Sometimes people don't fast, but I will explain that later. So, the types of itikaf, there's three types of itikaf: wajib, sunnah, and nafil. So let's first talk about what wajib, sunnah, and nafil is. So wajib means it's obligatory, so you have to do it. Sunnah is what our Prophet ﷺ did. And nafil is if you want to do it, and it's like if you make the niyyah or intention and you get more rewards for it. So let's talk about number one, wajib, over here. So wajib is when you vow or you make a promise to Allah that you're going to do itikaf. And this is like if you ask Allah for something, and then if you get that, you'll do itikaf for Allah, or if you're just promising to Allah that you're going to do itikaf. Now, number two, the sunnah itikaf is when we do itikaf like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which he sallallahu alaihi wasallam did itikaf for the last 10 days of Ramadan at the masjid. So during the last 10 days of this month, you might see some people doing itikaf in the masjid. And the third and last one is the nafil itikaf. So this is when you make niyyah or intention to do itikaf with no day or time fixed. And sometimes it could, some people make itikaf, like the niyyah for itikaf for the whole life. That's what's in the book. It's kind of crazy, but very cool. So niyyah means intention. So you're making the intention to do itikaf. So a really nice way to get extra rewards is when you go to the masjid, you just make niyyah for itikaf for the time you're at the masjid, and you'll get not only rewards for being at the masjid, but also for itikaf. So now let's talk about how long is it. So Imam Abu Hanifa states that there is no real time limit, and the fatwa confirms this. So you're allowed to, like I said before, walk into the masjid, make niyyah for itikaf, and yeah, your ibadah will give you more rewards. So itikaf can be as long or as short as you want it to be. So where can you perform itikaf? So you can perform itikaf in the following places. They're ordered from best to least best. So the first one is Masjid al-Haram in Mecca. Obviously, I don't think all of us are in Mecca, so if you, inshallah, go to Mecca, it's a really good place to do itikaf. And the second best is Masjid al-Nabawi in Medina, then Bayt al-Muqaddas, then Jama'a Masjid, or the biggest masjid in your area, and then a masjid in your area. And if you go to a masjid in your area, it is suggested to go to a masjid that does 5 daily prayers, but it's debated whether it's needed or not. So if you can't make it to the biggest masjid in your area, you can still do the closest masjid to you. And the cool thing for women, you can perform itikaf in your home, and it does it in a prayer room or in a prayer area. And this makes itikaf easier for women to do. So this is the different places you can perform itikaf in. And here's some more info from the book. So itikaf has many rewards and advantages to it. So, and it's very rewardful that it is advised in the book to always make niyyah for itikaf when you enter a masjid. And we know this as our Prophet ﷺ always performed itikaf, so it is also a sunnah. And the book is an example of someone waiting by the door versus barging in. So let me explain this. So if someone's waiting by the door, whoever's going to open it for you is going to be nice because you're waiting for them. But if someone's banging on the door and being not very nice, you might, like, somebody might not open the door for you. So this is the same with waiting by the door of Allah versus barging in. So that's the example that our book is. And then overall, Itekaaf allows one to remove your worldly distractions and focus on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is really great for the month of Ramadan. So definitely when you go to the masjid, try to make niyyah for Itekaaf, inshallah, and you'll hopefully, inshallah, get some rewards. And next, here's a quote from the book about Itekaaf. So all the time, one remains in a state of ibadah, even when one is asleep. One is still in his worship, striving for nearness to him, and Allah says, according to a hadith, and then I draw near to him the length of 2 hands, and whoever draws near to me by walking, I draw nearer to him by running. Moreover, in Itekaaf, one seeks refuge in the house of Allah and is safe therein from all enemies. So this is just showing how amazing, subhanAllah, Itekaaf is. Below is a little citation. And now I think the moment you've all been waiting for, the donut question. So how it's going to work is I'm going to read the question and then you're going to raise your hand. And then whoever raises their hand first, I will ask you for your answer. So I'm just going to open my Zoom to make sure I can see everybody. Okay, so let's see the question. Okay, Sarah, put your hand down. You have to put it, and Mariam too. Just let me ask the first question first, okay? As long, just wait, put your hand down. Okay. The question is, what are the 3 types of Itekaaf and how do you perform them? Okay, Sarah.
One is sunnah. Wait, one is one is sunnah, one is
Okay.
nifl, and one
Nafil, yeah.
And I forgot the other one.
Okay, that's okay. You can put your hand down. The next person I saw was Afan. So Afan, you can try.
Okay. So the first one.
Yep.
The first one is wajib,
Yep.
and the second one is sunnah,
Yep.
and the third one is nafil.
Okay, and now how do you perform them, or what's like the differences between the 3 of them?
So wajib is where you promise Allah that you're going to do itikaf.
Okay.
Sunnah is where you're the last 10 days you go to the masjid.
Okay.
And do itikaf. And the third one, the last one, is the last one is you make your you make intention to do itikaf.
Okay, guys, what do we think? I think you're right, Afan. Mashallah, nice job. Okay. Yeah, good job, mashallah. That is the correct answer. Everybody else can put your hands down. Good job, everybody, for participating, especially you, Sarah. Good job. Yes, Azlan.
Can you do an easy one too?
Inshallah, next presentation, Azlan. You guys stay tuned for the next presentation. Inshallah, I'll do an easy one, okay?
Okay.
Okay, good job for raising your hand, though. Okay, nice job, Afan. I'll send that donut to your mom, inshallah. Okay, good job, and I'm just gonna end it off. So, does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions? No. Okay, before we end, I'm gonna do an easy question. There's no donut in this one, but I'll do an easy question, okay? What place is the best place to perform Itekaaf? What place is the best place to perform Itekaaf? Yes, Mariam, you can go. Because sorry, you already answered.
A masjid?
Yes, a masjid. Yeah, that's one of the best places you can perform Itekaaf. Now another easy question. For women, where can women do Itekaaf if they can't do it in a masjid? Yeah, sorry, you can go this time.
At home?
At home. Yeah, good job. MashaAllah. Okay, great. Good job, everybody. Nice job for answering the questions. Does anybody have any questions about the presentation or anything else?
No. Could you ask
No?
could you ask, could I also have, do what?
Yeah, you can do an azan here. How many, for the Sunnah Itekaaf, how many days? The
10?
last. Yeah, good job, mashallah. Very good. Good job, Azan. Okay, nice.
No,
Alhamdulillah. Come on.
no, Farah Rania told me that.
That's okay. Inshallah, next presentation, Azan, I'll give you one, okay?
Wait,
Okay.
can I tell you something?
Sure, Azan.
Could you do one about what their angel's name is?
You already know the answer, don't you, Azan?
No.
Okay, well, why don't you tell me the answer if you know it?
Okay, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Lailatul Qadr. So this is the hadith. Ubadah bin Samit radiallahu anhu reports that he asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam about Lailatul Qadr. He replied, "It is in Ramadan during the last 10 days on the unevenly numbered nights, either the 21st, 23rd, 25th, 27th, 29th, or the last night of Ramadan. Whosoever stands in ibadat on this night with sincere faith and with genuine hopes of gaining reward, his previous sins will be forgiven. Among the signs of this night is that it is serene, quiet, shining night, neither hot nor cold, but temperate, as if a moon is shining clear, and no meteors are shot at the shaitan on that night. It lasts until the break of the dawn. Another sign is that at morning, the sun rises without any radiant beams of light, appearing rather like the moon in its fullness. On that day, Allah prohibits the shaitan from rising up with the sun." So I'm about to explain this, but before I explain this, make sure you are all paying attention because there is a little fun Kahoot at the end. So, first you may be wondering, why don't we know the exact date of Lailatul Qadr? And that's because Prophet Muhammad ﷺ received that information about the exact day of Laylatul Qadr in a dream. When he went to tell the Sahabas about the date, he saw two people fighting and Allah made him forget the date. Allah took the knowledge of Al-Qadr away from him because people were fighting. When asked about Laylatul Qadr, the Prophet told Ubadah bin Samit that he asked him and he said, Laylatul Qadr means the night of power. Ubadah bin Samit was a companion of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was also a well-respected chieftain Ansar tribes confederation. Ubadah bin Samit served in many wars. Some of the wars he served in were the Battle of Badr and the Battle of Uhud. Laylatul Qadr is hidden in the last 10 days on the unevenly numbered nights, either the 21st, 23rd, 25th, 27th, 29th, or the last night of Ramadan. In these 5 nights, but we don't know which one because of the two civilians who are fighting. The sign that is, however, most specific in the hadith is the rising of the sun without any radiant beams of lights. Other signs aren't always visible. One Sahabi, Abadah bin Abi Lubaba radiallahu anhu, says, "On the evening of the 27th, I tasted the water of the sea, and it was sweet." Ayub bin Khalid said, "I once had to bathe myself with seawater, and on tasting it, found it sweet." This was on the 23rd night. Some of the Mashayikh, which are religious divines, wrote that on the evening of Laylatul Qadr, everything prostrates itself before Allah, so much so that trees fall flat on the ground, then return to their normal position. But we can't see this spiritual phenomena. And whosoever stands in ibadat on this night with sincere faith and with genuine hopes of gaining reward, his previous sins will be forgiven. But it's super important that when you're worshiping Allah on this night, you have real and actual belief of gaining rewards. And if you do, all your sins will be forgiven. If you don't fully believe, then you will not receive the rewards. Another sign is that It is a serene, quiet, shining night, neither hot nor cold, but temperate, as if a moon is shining clear, and no meteors are shot at the shaitan on that night. It lasts until the break of dawn. So during this night, it will be peacefully quiet. It will be shining and will have perfect temperature. No meteors will be shot at shaitan. This lasts until very early in the morning when the sun first rises. So another sign is that the sun will rise without any radiant beams of light, appearing rather like the moon in its fullness. In these two images, you can see the first image, there's rays. The sun is shining rays of light. However, on Lailatul Qadr, it's going to rise up like the sun. Like the moon. On that day, Allah prohibits the shaitan from rising up with the sun. Conclusion. The rewards of Lailatul Qadr will only be experienced by those who truly believe in Allah. This night is super important and holy. This is evident because most things prostrate itself before Allah, so much that trees fall flat on the ground. However, we can't see this. Lailatul Qadr is an unremarkable opportunity for Muslims. So do as much as you can. Read the tasbih, read the Quran, pray, do as much as you can, because I understand that some of you are small and so you have to go to school and so you may have to go to bed early, but still do as much as you can and make sure you do something. Don't let this opportunity run away from you. So now it's Kahoot time. I'm just going to share that screen. 1 second. Okay, can you guys see the screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right, I'll wait for everyone to join.
Farha, how do you play
Um,
this game?
You can play with Rania, okay, Azwan?
Yep. How
Thank
do
you,
I write
Rania.
my name though? How do I write my name though? Okay.
Rania, can you help him, please?
Okay.
Thank you. Jazakallah. Azwan, Rania will help you, okay?
Just as a disclaimer, Noor is playing, but Noor hasn't seen the Kahoot because I made it last minute today. So Noor has not seen the answers or the questions or anything. Is everybody who wants to play in?
It won't let me in.
Are you putting in the
Farha,
right
could
code?
you teach me how to
Yeah.
get in?
It should let you in. It's unlimited players
How
this
do
time.
you get my name in, Farha?
Azwan, Rania, can you
Could you
help him?
like paste it in the chat?
I'm helping him.
Okay,
Okay.
let me write.
Azwan, just wait.
I'm gonna write the code in the chat. So if you guys are struggling to see, I'll help you out. Okay, there you go, guys. The code's in the chat.
I'm coming.
Here, for those who can't access, I'm posting the link to it. So you just have to click on that and then you just have to put your name in. I'll wait 1 more minute for anybody else who wants to join. Shamal and Kamal, are you able to join? Okay, last countdown, and I'm gonna start at 5:09.
Wait, give me a second.
Okay.
My thing's weird.
Is Shama gonna join, Kamal, or can I start?
I don't know about him.
Okay, I'm gonna start. What does Lailatul Qadr mean? You only have 10 seconds. So it means the night of power. Well done, Zara, Mariam, Adnan. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ received the information about the exact day of Lailatul Qadr from Allah. True or false? True. The Prophet received the date from Allah because only Allah knew, right? True or false? Allah made Prophet Muhammad ﷺ forget the date because he saw two people fighting. So this was true. Okay, let's try to make sure everybody gets the next one right. So we do not know the exact date of Lailatul Qadr. True or false? It's true, right? We don't know the exact date. It's hidden in the last 10 days. So make sure you're paying attention. Lailatul Qadr is hidden in the first 10 days, the middle 10 days, the last 10 days, or it's not hidden. Wow, good job, everyone. It's hidden in the last 10 days. True or false? Make sure you read the question carefully. Lailatul Qadr is hidden in the even numbered nights of the last 10 days. False, right? It's not hidden in the even numbered, it's hidden in the odd numbered nights. So that was a tricky one. Make sure you read the question. The sun will shine high, radiant light, rise without any radiant beams, turn the day into night, or blow wind across 1,000 nations. So it's going to rise without any radiant beams. One Sahabi, Abda bin Abi Lubaba, says, I tasted the water of the sea and it was hot, or it was cold, it was bitter, or it was sweet. Yeah, so it was sweet. On the Lailatul Qadr evening, everything freezes into an iceberg, burns into ashes, poses in front of cameras, or prostrates itself before Allah. Wow, everyone got that right. Good job. We are able to see the trees fall flat on the ground, then return to their normal position. True or false? False, right? We cannot see the trees. That's a phenomenon that's hidden from our eyes. If you stand on this night with no faith and with genuine hopes of gaining reward, your previous sins will be forgiven. True or false? False. Make sure. So here the trick was, it says with no faith. You have to have faith and genuine hope. So you need both. You can't just have one. The signs of this night are that it is serene, loud, shining night, neither hot nor cold, but temperate. Oh, a lot of you got tricked. So it says the signs of this night are that it is serene, loud. That's not true, right? The whole thing needs to be true. It's going to be a quiet night. So this one got a lot of you. On that day, Allah asked the shaitan to rise up with the sun. True or false? False. Allah does not ask shaitan to rise up with the sun. True or false? The sun rises without any radiant beams of light, appearing rather like the moon in its fullness. True or false? True. Well done, everyone. Now let's see who the winners are. Third place we have Afan. Good job. Second place we have Maryam Adnan. And first place we have Zara. Jazakallah. I hope you guys enjoyed my presentation. Good job, everyone.
Jazakallah khair, Nabeeha, for presenting a very beautiful presentation, and congratulations, Zara. I'm so happy that you are first, and Maryam Adnan and Afan, you both, alhamdulillah, very good, mashallah, alhamdulillah. You all were listening, alhamdulillah. I was watching all the answers, and what I was thinking, like, I like this idea, like what you can do, like my class, just a combined Kahoot, and for all the Ramadan, true and false in that, whatever we are discussing in the hadith, and then in the end, inshallah, we will do a competition with the entire whole class, and then we will distribute donuts or something, okay, like 5 or 3, whatever we will pick, like, okay, 5 donuts, the one who will give answers, but the questions will be among all the hadiths, okay. So inshallah, start working on that, and then listen carefully, because I like the idea. Everyone was listening, so with good intention that okay, I will get something. So inshallah, we will combine both the ideas, like the donut ideas from Farah and Kahoot idea from Nabeeha, and then inshallah it will give them chance to get something, and inshallah it will give me chance. Whatever we are explaining, they will understand. Okay. So yeah, who else is ready for the presentation? So good job, Nabeeha, alhamdulillah. Yeah, who else is ready? I saw one more hand when I was asking for the presentation.
I'm Auntie.
Yes, Rania?
I have to go.
Sorry?
I have to go.
Oh, you have to go. Okay, all right. So, did you raise hand for the presentation?
No, I'm almost done.
Okay, all right. Who else is ready to for today?
Left.
Allah Hafiz, Allah Hafiz. I want to add a little in the Lailatul Qadr because we just read the details. Because what I noticed, the book we shared, the last two hadiths are, I don't know why not included in that book, but the book I have handy. So this book has the remaining two hadiths. So inshallah, if I'll get chance, I will scan both the hadiths and inshallah I will share with you, but just wanted to add this, okay? So last time we discussed, but as I said, we always read reminders, okay? So just keep this in mind that the Laylatul Qadr, as they explain, is very, very, very important night, okay? The reward of this night is, far beyond our thinking. Like one night, if we do ibadah, we do worship, it's better than the 1,000 nights, okay? Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam, the angel Jibreel alayhi salam came down. It's written in the hadith that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told to Sahaba radiallahu anhum ajma'in that first thing, okay, keep this in mind that every iftar time in Ramadan, okay, we all will be having iftar, in the evening. So this is the first Ramadan, okay, so keep this in mind from first day till last day. Every single iftari time is also very important, okay? Iftari time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala release the people from Jahannam. How many? Let me check, okay? Yeah. So I think 10 million. 10 million. Okay. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala release the people who Allah, the Jahannam is wajib on them. Like they have to go in Jahannam. Their deeds were like past 11 months. Their deed was like that. That Jahannam is wajib on them. Like they have to go in Jahannam. But because they fast, they do sehri and then they protect their roda entire whole day, keep themselves, stay away from sin, and try to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in whatever way, zikr, Quran, namaz, whatever way, okay? When in the evening, when they present the rosa in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala feels so much love for that person, even though that person is going in Jahannam because of the major or minor sins that person has done in the before. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala feels so happy for him, and might be he's asking forgiveness, might be he's making dua at the table, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala feel like food is in front of that person. He's hungry, he's thirsty, but he is not eating anything, he's not drinking anything, just because of the fear of Allah in his heart. He knows that he can hide somewhere and then he can eat, right? Nobody, the place where nobody's watching. But that person is not doing, and that person is not doing only and only for me. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala feels so happy, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive that person. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive 10 lakhs. I don't know, 10 lakhs is 10 million or what, but 10 lakhs, it's written in a book. I think 10 million. I don't know, like if I'm wrong, let's correct me. But it's a very, very, very huge amount. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive the people from Jahannam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala pick every aftar time. Okay, this person I'm releasing from Jahannam. This person I'm releasing from Jahannam. This person I'm releasing from Jahannam. So till 29 days in Ramadan, every single aftari time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala pick people that, okay, I am releasing you from Jahannam. You were going in Jahannam after your death, but I am just releasing you from that. You are not going Jahannam anymore. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do this every single day, but the last Ramadan, the last aftari, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala what, like if you will multiply the from first day till 28 or 29, how many people Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, free from Jahannam in one day, the last day. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala free so many people. Whatever Allah free from first till 28, Allah free all of them from Jahannam, like the one who are fasting. This much important is the iftari time, so please do not miss your iftari time. Manage 10-15 minutes early, finish your cooking, sit down on the table, make dua that Allah, please forgive me and please make me free from Jahannam. Okay, because at that is the time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make free, just just decide like this person is not going in Jahannam. Okay, so ask that time, oh Allah, forgive me. Oh Allah, give me Jannah. Oh Allah, keep me safe from hellfire. These three duas, okay, are very, very important with all other duas. Okay, second thing, as they were discussing about Lailatul Qadr. So keep this in mind. In Lailatul Qadr, Jibreel alayhi salam came down. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered Jibreel alayhi salam, and Jibreel alayhi salam came down with a flag. Okay, that's a green flag which Jibreel alayhi salam put on Khane Kaaba. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered Jibreel alayhi salam, because this we cannot see, right? These are in the hadith. So the things which we are reading in Quran, the things which we are reading in Sunnah, always keep in mind it. Sometimes it feel like, okay, it's not happening around, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't give this ability to our eyes that we can see, but it doesn't mean that this is not happening. This is happening. Okay, Jibreel alayhi salam, the angel Jibreel alayhi salam is the leader of all the angels. He's the leader, right? He was the one who was bringing Quran down to Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right? He's the leader of all the malaika, all the angels. Okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered Jibreel alayhi salam to come down. Jibreel alayhi salam, come down on the night of Lailatul Qadr. Jibreel alayhi salam has 100 hands. Okay, Jibreel alayhi salam has 100 hands, and he only opened his two wings or hands in the year, and it covered the entire whole sky. Only two hands. He's not opening all his hands. These two hands, which he only opened in Ramadan. When he will open the hand, it will cover entire whole sky. And Jibreel alayhi salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will order Jibreel alayhi salam go every single house and check who is worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you find the person who is worshipping, then shake hand with that person. So if Jibreel alayhi salam and the Malaika will come down, because they are only allowed to come down on Lailatul Qadr, not entire whole 365 days, only this one day. 364 the day they are not allowed to come down, right? Only on Lailatul Qadr. So they will come down, they go every single house and they will shake hand the with the people who are praying namaz, who are doing busy in doing zikr, or who are reading Quran, whatever way they are pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if they are making dua, then Jibreel alayhi salam and the other malaika will say Ameen on the dua. Ameen means to accept all the dua, whatever they are asking. Okay, so first keep this thing in mind. But what is written in the book, that four people, when they will be returning back, so the other angels will ask Jibreel alayhi salam, what will happen to that person whom we shake hand. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to do. Ibrahim alayhi salam will say that, okay, now it's time to go back, and we will tell everything to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then Jibril alayhi salam explained, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not forgive four people. Allah will forgive all the people who are worshipping, but Allah will not forgive four people. So they feel surprised. Four people will not be forgiven. Jibreel alayhi salam will answer, no, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said four people will not be forgiven. So this is very important to understand who are those four people. And this is very important to understand, are we among that category? Because we have to keep us out from that category before the Laylatul Qadr falls, okay, start. Okay, so the first person, he said, The first person he said who drinks, okay, the one who drink wine, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not forgive that person even in Ramadan. From the very first day from the very first day of our talks, we are reading that Allah mercy is spreading all over, and Allah will forgive, and Allah will make them free from Jahannam. But there are conditions which is very important to understand. The first condition is if someone is addicted drinking, if someone drinks wine either in front of everyone, either they hide, whatever way. But if that person is Muslim, he's asking, he's praying, but he is not accepting that I'm involved in a major sin, because it's a major sin. Yeah, drinking alcohol is a major sin, right? Because it make you dizzy, it make you doing wrong decisions. Sometimes, a separation between husband and wife. Sometimes, I was reading some article where the mom or the dad, they hit the children badly. They were drunk, and the children died, right? So anything could happen. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said this is not a good thing. You are not allowed to use it, right? But if any Muslim is involved in this, and let's suppose before Lailatul Qadr, that person asked forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and accept, oh Allah, I was doing this sin, and inshallah I will not do it next time, then it's something else. But if that person is not realizing, like I am using alcohol, I'm drinking alcohol, but he is praying, he's reading Quran, he's asking forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will not listen. Allah will not, accept the repentance of that person, unless he will say that, okay, I do the tawbah and I will not drink, next time. Okay. The second person, which is very, very important, and we talked earlier in one of the hadiths, and this is very important because alhamdulillah we all know that we do not drink, so we are out of that category. But the second category, we should be very, very careful. The person who is disrespectful to parents, that person will not be forgiven. So this is very important before, because we all know it's 21st of the Laylatul Qadr will start from 21st of Ramadan, right? So this is very, very important. Sit down, before 21st, and up to some extent, like sometimes we are disrespectful to our parents. Sometimes we love our parents so much, but whenever we feel like, okay, they are not listening us, they are not giving this permission to us, or what we are trying to say, they are not ready to accommodate for that, sometimes we become disrespectful. There are so many ways, right? As we learn in Quran that, okay, not even say oof to your parents, right? This is even not allowed. This is the shortest expression, oof, right? This is even not allowed to give to your parents. So if you are talking loud arguments, or you are not that kind of person that you do argument with your parent, but to disobey your parent, not listening your parent, or to show from your emotion or your expression that, okay, whatever you are saying, I don't like it, or I know much better than you, or any other way, like this all falls in the category of disrespect. Okay, this all fall in the category in Islam that you will not get the forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So inshallah, say sorry to them before, even though you feel like I did this mistake or not, but it's better to say sorry to your parents, or just say like, might be in last 11 months or any day I was little disrespectful with you, so please forgive me. Because in this world, this is very easy to ask forgiveness from the parents, but at the day of Akhirah, if you will take the entire whole earth as a gold, and you will present in front of your Allah or your parents, and you will asking forgiveness that, okay, I don't want to go in Jahannam, it's not gonna work, right? So always remember, we all do mistakes. We are human, right? We all do mistakes, but the good person is accept and ask forgiveness. Accept and ask forgiveness, and just remind yourself, I will not do it again. Don't do it intentionally, but if it happened, then shaitan will say, oh, you always say sorry, but you always do the same. So don't say sorry next time. Okay, so just don't listen shaitan. Again, go back, say sorry, because the person never, don't ever feel low if you want to say sorry, because I have seen the people, the students and the kids who are living here in our Northern America. I have seen like saying sorry, it's a bit hard for them. Like I have seen like they feel a ego problem saying sorry to someone. But keep this in mind, sorry should be always like a flowing water on your mouth, because if you say sorry, this is very easy. It will hurt your ego, but it is very easy to wind up the things in the dunya rather than sorting out at the day of Qiyamah. Okay, so keep this in mind. Go to your parents, ask, if might be something I did wrong, I said wrong to you, so I want to say sorry because Ramadan is here and I just don't want that Allah do not forgive me. Okay, inshallah, keep this in mind. Third person Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't like is, or that person will not be forgiven, is the one who break the ties with the person. If
Five
you are
more
any
minutes.
friend, yes Aslan.
I have to go.
Okay, all right. Assalamu alaikum. So if, keep this in mind, if any of your friend, any of your relative, any of your, someone in the family member, you is upset from you, okay, keep this in mind. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if the mistake is yours, okay, if mistake is not yours, and we are human, we never accept our mistake. We always, put the mistake on other, right? But be honest and think, mistake was mine or that person. If you feel mistake was from that side, just try to ignore that incident and start talking with that person, just because of Ramadan, just because to get the forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because if you want forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you should have a bigger heart that you forgive other people. Whatever happened, if you will forgive someone, then Allah will forgive you. If you will be your heart will be like a stone, that, oh, I'm not ready to accept this, I will not forgive this person. How we expect from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He will forgive us, right? So keep this in mind. And if you figure out that mistake is yours, then do not make it an ego problem. Because of Ramadan, just go and say, write, make a card, just give it to that person, just give a smile and just say, like, this is Ramadan, I just don't want keep this thing little more longer, and I want to quit from this fight or whatever. Okay, so try to sort out the things if it's happen between you or other. Okay, and the last thing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not forgive the person who keeps kina in their heart. Okay, kina is, I don't know, malign or what we say. The kina, I will explain you the definition. Let's suppose something happened long ago. Okay, one day ago, 1 week ago, 1 month ago, 1 year ago, 10 years ago. Okay, with your friend, with your relative, with your family member, with your sister, brother, sibling, anyone. Okay, and you keep that thing in heart. Okay, and normally we do.
Auntie,
Yes, Farah?
I think it's grudge, keeping grudges.
Grudges.
I
Okay,
think. I
okay,
think so.
okay. So what is what this feeling is? Let's suppose, and we normally do that. You know, do you remember, like, sometime it is very common in front of us. Last time when I asked this to you, you didn't give it to me. Why you are asking this to me? Like, I will not give you. Let's suppose you are eating a donut, and you will remind your the siblings. Okay, when I asked you to share with me, you didn't share with me. Why should I share? This is not a problem that they were not sharing with you. The problem is you keep that thing in your heart, and now you are behaving according to that. Okay, and now you are taking revenge just because of that. Okay, this is called kina, okay, in Arabic. So keep in mind, A Muslim never keep kina in the heart, not for parents, not for siblings, not for relative, not for friend, not for anyone. Okay, whatever happened, once you said, okay, I forgive you, then forget it completely. If you will keep that thing in your heart or in your mind, and someday you will, it's coming back in your thoughts, that means that you have kina in your personality, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do not forgive that person who keep kina in the heart. Okay, so make your heart very very clear. If you have anything in your heart with any of your friend, and it's happened, like might be they they make fun of you or something happen, and you put that thing in the heart, and you are not talking from a long long time with your friend, or these kind of things happen in our daily life. Okay, so I'm not saying it shouldn't be happen, okay, because we are human, it's natural, but make your heart, train your heart in a way that don't keep the things in the heart for so long. Okay, try to wash out everything, because if you will not wash out your heart, what's going to happen? It's not going to bother the person. It will just ruin your ibadah, it will ruin your Ramadan. You are fasting, you are reading Quran, you are doing zikr, you are doing everything, but on the other side, when you are asking forgiveness, Allah is not ready to forgive you, because you have kina in your heart. You have some feelings, the oh, last time this happened, this person did this. And as I said, on a very small scale, sometimes you keep in heart, okay, my sibling was eating that, and my sibling didn't share this to me, my cousin didn't give this to me. This happened, normally this happened. I also saw in my home too, like, okay, I asked you this time, you didn't share this to me. Don't keep these kind of things in your heart. Don't train your heart like this, because if once you train your heart, then you will be, this is a very very small thing, sharing the things and when you are eating. But if you will keep this thing, you can, rather than saying this, okay, you didn't share, you didn't have nature to share, but I'm sharing with you, okay, because I want to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, you can say in this way, right, if it's hurt. But do not keep the kina in the heart, otherwise what's gonna happen, like, you are doing wrong for yourself, like Allah will not forgive you. Okay, so keep this in mind. Also, it's written after Lailatul Qadr, the last night of Ramadan is very very important, because normally what happened, people feel, okay, it's last roza, we did iftari, everything is done, now it's Chandrat, and when it's Chandrat, let's go out for mehndi and party and music and dance and blah blah blah. So keep this in mind, that this night is called Lailatul Jaiza. Okay, this night is called Lailatul Jaiza, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, whatever my banda has done, whatever people has done, like they're fasting, they're reading Quran, zikr, whatever, I will give them reward for doing that. So that night is, the night is for getting reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm not saying not go for Mindi, not doing other stuff, but just stay away from guna. Like, do not just think like, oh, Ramadan is over, so I'm allowed to watch any kind of movie, or I can do any kind of guna. No. Okay, just stay away from guna, but sit down for some minutes and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah, accept my Ramadan, accept my prayer, accept my qiyam, accept my sujood, accept everything, whatever I have done, and give me the reward, whatever I have done in Ramadan. So this is a time for begging Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give me the reward, whatever I have done in that Ramadan. So that that is also very important to understand, along with the Lailatul Qadr, because sometimes we think like the Ramadan is over and Ramadan is finished. Okay, so just don't keep these things in mind, inshallah. And yes, if you have any question, you can ask me. Otherwise, alhamdulillah, I'm done.
Sorry, Monty.
Yes.
I think Anissa had a question. She was raising her hand. I'm
Oh,
not
Anissa,
sure.
you have question? No? Okay, all right. Anyone else have questions? Okay, so we will quickly. Okay, yes, Sarah.
Is Kina haram?
Yeah, Kina is of course haram. sometimes some diseases are physical. We can see, okay, we have temperature, we have cough, right? And we have blood pressure, we have sugar, these kind of these kind of symptoms we can see, like, okay, this is happening. Kina is basically, there are some diseases which are called heart diseases. Okay, heart diseases, like, I'm not talking about the physical heart diseases, the stroke or something, but in Islam we call some diseases as a heart disease, and those heart diseases sometimes we don't know that we have. Believe me, sometimes we don't know that we have. Lying is a heart disease. Sometimes a person is a liar and he even didn't know that I am lying every single time. For every small things I am a liar, and that is a big sin. Kina is a big sin. Okay, there are two kinds of sin, we all know. One is major sin and one is minor sin. Okay, minor sin automatically erase when you do good deeds. Allah wipe it out. Okay, Allah wipe it out with your good deeds. But the major sins, you have to sit down, you have to ask forgiveness from Allah, you have to ask forgiveness from that person, then it is possible that Allah forgive you for that major sin. Otherwise, Allah will not forgive you for the major sin. And kina counts in a major sin. Lying counts in a major sin. Backbiting counts in a major sin. Um, Dishonesty counts in a major sin. These are all heart diseases. Sometimes you have it. Ego problem. Having ego. If you did mistake, you are not accepting it because of your ego, right? Having ego is a heart disease. Okay. So all these things sometimes we already have in our heart. Okay, sometimes you have money but you don't want to spend. Okay, so sometimes you're not kind, right? And these are all these are all heart diseases. We should ask other person, like we should ask our parents, we should ask our teacher, do you feel like did you see any of the problem? Because I have one or two students who always say the teacher can judge, the parents can judge, so I always ask what is the problem you see, so I can correct my problem, because sometimes I even didn't know that I have this problem. So I know one or two my students, they always worry about these things, because they believe, and we all believe, that sometimes we even didn't know that we have this problem. Okay, so keep this in mind. Sometimes some problems you even didn't know. Sometimes doctor tell you, right, you have this problem, you have this problem, otherwise you didn't know. In a same way, you have to ask your elders, with check my behavior and tell me if you find anything. Might be I'm disrespectful, might be I am a person who argument a lot, might be I'm a person who is really really loud when talk, but you are not feeling. I saw a few people, when they talk, their tone is like they are fighting. Okay, they are doing argument, but they say, no, I'm just talking normal, right? They are talking with elders. They must know how to talk with elders. Your voice should be very low, softened, and respectful. Okay, so these are the problems. Sometimes you even didn't know that I have this problem. Yes, Kina is a big problem, which is a major sin. Okay, so inshallah someday we will talk about major sin in detail, so you will come to know, and then start working, you know start working on yourself to check, like, okay, I'm having this problem. Sometimes sit with your parents and ask, do you feel like I have this problem? Sometimes being mean with someone is a problem, and people do not understand, like they really don't know that they have a mean nature, right? So these are all major sins, inshallah. Okay, so inshallah check yourself. That is why it is recommended that after every in every Ramadan, or after every month, or at night, whatever you have done entire whole day, think about the day you spend. So inshallah it will help you to realize, because when you lay down alone, and at that time before sleeping, you are thinking, okay, I missed this salah today, I missed my Quran class, I did wrong this with my mom, I did wrong with this my friend in a school. So when you will lay down every single night, okay, every single night, just review how you spend your day. Where did you spend a beneficial day? Did you help someone? for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in any form. Might be, you have some student and you are helping them, or helping anyone else who need your help. Okay, so in any ways, okay, so if you will make it habit, review your entire whole day before sleeping, then inshallah more chances that you correct yourself automatically, and whatever will be left, ask your elders always, like, but not everyone. But I'm not saying just make yourself open in front of everyone and start asking, but your teachers, your parents, the one whom you can trust, and like this person will correct me if I'm wrong. And keep this in mind, that person should be religious too. Okay, because sometimes when we ask advice from someone, they give us worldly advice which is far beyond our religion. Okay, so that person should be in the middle, not very much towards the dunya, not very much towards the not very much away from the deen. Okay, so ask the advice from them. And for the respecting of parents, keep this in mind, that if they will ask you to do something which is against Allah and Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam rule and commands, then you are not allowed to follow them. But rest of the other case, if they are asking you to do something, you cannot say, I know better than you and I'm not gonna do that. Okay, you don't know that, you cannot talk in this way. Okay, if they are asking you not to read Quran, not to read namaz, or they are asking you to not to follow Allah, not to follow Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, these kind of thing, if they are saying to you, then they fall in a category, you will not follow them. But in that you will keep the respect, like you will not say you are saying wrong, you are not even allowed, because they are your parents. Okay, so you will just stay quiet, but you will not follow. But at that moment, you will not say that you are wrong, or you start misbehaving or argument with your parents to give your point of view. No. Okay, this is also count in disrespectful. Okay, so stay quiet but do not follow, if they are asking not to follow Allah or Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. But rest of the other things, if they are asking to you, just make it habit to listen in one go. Sometime what happened, let's suppose, I'm taking one example. Let's suppose Kamil, okay, or Shamil, okay, and mom is calling Shamil. Shamil is just busy in playing games. Okay, Shamil is busy in playing games. Okay, third time she's saying Shamil, and then you are replying that what? This is not a respectful way. Once you hear, and you cannot even say like I didn't hear, because most of the parents are saying they have headphones on their ears, and when we are calling them, they said, oh, I didn't listen. When I was calling from half an hour, and they said I didn't listen. So this is your problem. Why you are keeping your headphones always on, like the voice of a mom or dad is not going into your ears, right? So this is not a good thing. Okay, make it a habit. If they call you, you are upstairs, downstairs, wherever you are, just listen their call in one go. Okay, just reply back quickly, yes, and then run towards them. Like sometimes what happens, kids say yes, and then they are doing their own work and busy in their life, right? And they don't know, like, if I said yes, the second step is I have to go and I have to ask why you were calling me. So this shouldn't happen, right? So this also count in disrespect. Okay, so be respectful with your parents all the time, inshallah. And especially in Ramadan. Okay, because Ramadan is very very important. Don't lose like your Lailatul Qadr because of doing the wrong thing. So inshallah today, all of you, your job is to go to your mom and dad, say it's Ramadan. Might be if I was wrong someday, might be I was little upset and I said something wrong, or my behavior, my emotions, my expression, anything might be, if it's hurt you, I want to say sorry to you, inshallah, because I just don't want to lose the you know you don't want to lose my Ramadan, right? Okay, inshallah. So keep these things inshallah in mind. Let me know, like, okay, I talked to my mom, I talked to my dad, I said sorry, even though you are not feeling like you were wrong, but it's better to say sorry to them and make them happy all the time. Okay, this is very important, inshallah. Okay, so read dua, and inshallah have a very blessed Ramadan to all of you. Inshallah remember me, my family in your prayers, and I will remember all of you inshallah in my prayers too. Okay, subhanallah wa bihamdihi,
Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi.
Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika.
Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika.
Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta.
نشهد أن لا إله إلا
anta.
Nastaghfiruka
أستغفرك
wa natubu ilaik.
Wa natubu
ونتوب
ilayk.
Subhana
إليك
rabbika
Subhan rabbika.
amma yasifun.
Amma
عما يصفون
Salamun ala al-mursalin.
وسلام على المرسلين
Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Walhamdulillahi rabbil
لله
alamin.
رب العالمين
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته
Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.